into the next round. And even though Russia's 0-2, if they can win this today, they have a chance to create a three-way tie, and they too might have a chance to move on. It's all about Pool C, where Guam knows they're going to go, but British Columbia, Mexico, and Russia all still have a chance to be the second team. Japan and Curacao are going to be going from Pool D. That we already know. Harold Reynolds joins me here again today as we get set for this one. We take a look at a Canadian team that has gotten it done with some pretty good pitching and defense, but the hits have been hard to come by.
Well, the hits have been tough, but they do have 3 kids that are swinging the bat pretty good right now, trying to get that offense rolling. And how they're doing it, bunts, slap hits, combination of things, trying to get it done. It'll be interesting today to see if that offense can get going. Here's a look at some of their swings. Let's start with the swing here. High fastball, it gets on top of it, drives it into right field. That was one of the big hits. And then the infield hit, the team speed, they get it in a variety of ways, and then a nice little blooper. So that's what the 3 youngsters have been able to do to kind of get that offense going, and we'll see if they're able to drive one out of the ballpark today.
A little bit of history going on when we talk about Russia. It's only been since 2001 that their Little League programs have been involved and had a chance to compete here in this World Series.
Yeah, the interest really picked up, Gary, when it became an Olympic sport. And obviously, where you want to start with your youth sports. So their IBAF got a hold of Little League here and started the Little League baseball over there in Russia, and that's how they kind of got started with their youth program. 2003, they won their first game of Little League World Series against Guam, so they're just getting started.
And they've gotten it underway well. They've even had the girls playing. They have had a young girl who's been a catcher in their Little League program. And a bit more about their history and baseballs that they don't want to lose. Sam Ryan.
All right, gentlemen, this team from Russia has a little bit of history here in the United States. 2 years ago, the manager of the team brought 3 of these boys to the United States. They checked out Cooperstown, the Baseball Hall of Fame. They also got to visit the White House with President Putin. They had baseballs already autographed by President Putin. They expected to have them signed by President Bush as well, but they were confiscated by White House security. They were told they were being held and that they would have them upon their return. Well, they never got their baseballs back. What do you boys have to say to the President of the United States?
Baseballs.
They want their baseballs, guys.
We said it's a new program, and they need all the equipment they can get. A local church here has been very much involved with this team from Russia. None of the parents could make it here because they couldn't get visas cleared in time, but they found plenty of friends to support them, and they are on hand for this game.
Have you got what it takes to be a tiger? Work hard, eat right with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes as part of a complete breakfast. And never stop earning your stripes.
Term life, annuities, long-term care. I can't make any sense of this. Can you do it?
I did a checkbook.
I'll play it for it.
There's no question. Understanding insurance and investing is difficult. At Genworth Financial, we're dedicated to making things clear. So when you're ready to figure it all out, we'll be there to help. Whenever that may be. Genworth Financial, the right approach to insurance and investing, makes all the difference.
Selling your home shouldn't be this hard. At RE/MAX, you'll find an experienced agent to take on the job and make your life a whole lot simpler.
Paper cut.
Yeah.
Let's stick with RE/MAX.
Nobody sells more real estate than RE/MAX.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
ESPN2's coverage of the 2005 Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. Never stop earning your stripes. And in part by Genworth Financial, built on GE heritage. And RE/MAX. RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Little League Baseball.
Well, these youngsters are ready to go. Game for right after breakfast, actually, as this one's going to get underway a little after 11 o'clock Eastern time. No matter what time of the day it is, they are active. Here is the starting lineup for the team from Surrey, British Columbia for Canada, as they will be the visiting team for this game. And here are the youngsters.
Hello, my name is Tanner Marash, and my favorite player is Vladimir Guerrero.
Hi, my name is Conrad Gallagher, and my favorite player is Miguel Tejada.
Hi, my name is Chris Fisher, and my favorite player is Manny Ramirez.
Hi, my name is Jeff Cagano. My favorite player is Gary Sheffield.
Hi, my name is Nick Rolla. My favorite player is Ichiro Suzuki.
Hi, my name is Justin Atkinson, and my favorite player is Miguel Tejada.
Hi, my name is Richard Lankmeyer, and my favorite player is Brett Boone.
Hello, my name is Mac Antonio, and my favorite player is Gary Sheffield.
Hi, my name is Alex Dunbar, and my favorite player is Alex Rodriguez.
Hi, my name is Nathan Delafield, and my favorite player is Babe Ruth.
Hi, my name is Talon Van Horn, and my favorite player is Ichiro Suzuki.
Hi, my name is Mitchell Burns, and my favorite player is Eric Gagne.
Hi, my name is Jared Gray. My favorite player is Larry Walker.
Hi, my name is Christopher Robaz, and my favorite player is Nolan Ryan.
There you have the starters. Let's take a look at the defensive alignment we're going to see for the Russian team today. Alexei Narayovich is playing out in left field. He is a Chicago Cubs fan. Where they come up with watching these teams, I'm not sure. Andrei Vestisyov, his favorite song is Yeah, It Is by Usher. We may get to hear him sing that today. Over around in right field, it's Oleg Neftiev. Neftiev playing in right field. He wants to meet both Pushkin and he wants to meet the President of the United States. He may get a chance at that. Take a look at third base. That's Victor Elkin. He is a very big tennis fan. Next to him at shortstop, our team Kolik. Kolik likes to eat McDonald's hamburgers. Yes, they do have those in Russia now. And taking a look at second base, this is Vadim Tolinyavich. He likes to see Angelina Jolie, who likes to sing and he likes to listen. That's your favorite singer, too. Anton Smirnov is over at first base. This is a Harry Potter fan. He likes to read all of the books. In behind the plate, Nikita Kotlier. He is a Kevin Costner fan. And doing the pitching, it'll be Kunyatiev, and he is a movie fan of Terminator. And there's the 12-year-old who makes the starts.
I'm glad you had those names.
You wouldn't know if I did or didn't.
Exactly. That's why I'm laughing.
That's the history of my broadcast career.
Very good, Gary. Very good. You wanted to get that little hockey twang in there.
That's like that hockey twang. That's right. All those Alexievs and Antons. Works perfectly. Boy, how about Mother Nature cooperating? And the Canadian fans on hand here, some of them have surrendered their hats to those in the dugout. I love that hat. That's the Dr. Zeus Canadian hat that we've seen around here. It must be one of the parents that has that. And it's never too early to get started with your sugar intake, is it?
Man, I'm telling you.
Oh.
It's got a Blue Jays hat, though.
It does.
They're still hanging in there.
Another busy day here at Lambeday Stadium and Volunteer, the other stadium next door. This is the final day of pool play for the teams that we are going to see today. And for both Canada and for Russia, the opportunity to move on is still there. Canada's got a better chance with a win here. But if Russia could win this game, as we said, they still do have an opportunity. Morash stands in, first ball hitting. Left field, not deep. Shortstop back, and a collision, and down they go. Kulik, the shortstop, did not stay off the play, and it will fall in, and Morash will end up at second base. It'll be an error.
Well, it's just lack of communication, first ball, but he's hustling the whole way. That's one thing you like out of this play. Or maybe not. Stop. No, okay, I'm in here now. But here's what happened out there. Both guys thought they had the ball They were listening to Gary's whip around.
Yeah. Well, Arvinovich in left field actually had a fairly easy play out of that.
Yeah, he did.
But got run into. Gallagher, wow. Trying to move the runner up, fouls it back.
That could have been dangerous. That ball was behind him almost. Here's a good look at it. Going right at him.
Thank goodness he got the bat on that.
Yeah, good.
Conrad Gallagher, 12-year-old, 7th grader. That one also bunted foul, and a 2-strike count. Arthur Gachita from the Philippines is our home plate umpire today. We have Illinois, New York, California, and 2 umpires from Puerto Rico working on the 6-man crew here today. 0-2 count. Runner on at second base. Little grounder back to the mound. Binyakov makes the play over to first base, gets the out. Runner is moved up, though, and that's what Gallagher was trying to do from the beginning. So now with one away, Canada gets a runner over to third base. Canada's had only 2 runs scored here in the 2 games. They beat Mexico 2-0, and then were shut out by Guam 5-0. So the Canadian hitters have struggled trying to pick up some runs. Chris Fisher is at the plate. He's the young man who threw that shutout against Mexico.
He's probably the best athlete on the team, playing center field today, hitting third in the lineup, and you touched on the fact that he's a pretty good pitcher, too.
Did an outstanding job in that start that he had. He got the complete game shutout win, gave up just 2 hits in 6 innings, struck out 5 and walked 3. Fisher's bunting, safety squeeze, runner coming, play at the plate, ball goes awry, run is in, and down to second base will go Fisher. So they use the squeeze play to develop a run.
Well, that's what happens when you don't have a big offensive team. Just try to create runs any way you can. Right here, watch the bunt. He's going to drop it down towards first baseline. Now, what makes it a safety squeeze is the runner at third base does not go unless he can read this play and think he has a chance. And he went for the gamble. Fortunately, catcher missed it. He was able to score.
Going to call that a sacrifice and an error. Fisher does pick up an RBI and then moves down to second base in the air. He's going to try for third. The throw is not going to be in time.
Well, let's take a look back at that bunt play. All right, if the runner is coming immediately, that is probably a squeeze. In this case, he'll probably get about right here, stop, kind of read it, and see what happens. Let's go with it. See, the runner's just now starting to come. He hesitated, thought that he might be able to make it, and decided to come on. On a squeeze bunt, you're usually going as soon as the pitcher starts to deliver the ball. The difference in Little League Baseball, you cannot steal until the ball crosses the batter. So it's tough to have a traditional squeeze, so to speak, when you have to wait for the ball to cross the batter, then run.
Still no hits here in the inning. They've called errors on both plays, along with a sacrifice by Fisher, did get the RBI. He is now at third base. Jeff Degano, the first baseman, up. 1-2. Degano, he has had a couple of hits at 4 at-bats. Let's go, buddy. Blankmeyer, Atkinson, and Degano, we showed you in the open, are the 3 with the hits. Dad's on hand, a good luck charm from British Columbia. Being held aloft here as Jeff Degano's got an RBI chance here in the first inning. This Russian team prides itself on its defense, so not the kind of strike they had hoped for here with a couple of errors on the board early. Degano, runner not coming, now he does. They get the out, and it's an RBI. No play at the plate. So Degano, an RBI and the ground ball out, and it is 2-0 Canada.
Well, once again, the runner's going to freeze on this play. And here's what's going to happen. The ball's going to be hit to the right side. The runner's going to get right here, freeze, and then he's going to take off again and head towards the plate. Here's a good look at it. Watch the runner. He's going to come down the line. He freezes, sees it, and then he decides to go home. The score is easy.
Canada has scored here in the first inning as many runs as they had in the first two games, as they have the 2-0 lead, still without a hit. Rolla swings and misses. 2 down. The bases are now empty.
Let's go, buddy.
In-plate umpire trying to keep these hitters in the batter's box. Joe Burns, coach wearing the mic from British Columbia. 0-1 delivered to Rolla as a strike.
Let's listen to Joe Burns on the last run scored.
Go. Get down. Let's go, buddy.
We hear him giving a little guidance to the base runner, let him know when to go and when to slide.
Come on, Tank.
Now Nick Rolla up there. Kudyakov on the mound. The 0-2 delivery. Did not go after it. They check at first base, and no. Bob Clayton out of Springfield, Illinois, the umpire at first. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Rolla, 12-year-old. This is our gumball boy that we'll be talking about during our broadcast today. Fouls that one off. He has been voted by our crew as having the, so far at least, the ugliest superstition in this 2005 Little League World Series.
And what was that again?
The gumball.
Oh, he's the gumball man.
He's the gumball man.
Yes, he has been voted that.
You'll get to see it later, folks. 1-2 delivery. Taken down low, 2-2.
That's what I thought you were going to say, but I couldn't remember that was him.
Doesn't seem to bother him at all. His sister thinks it's yucky.
Yucky.
Used gum. You never know. Hey, you never know. You just never know. You might need it later. And there's the strike to get him out of there. Kudyakov gets the strikeout. There's the sister who has to put up with Nick's gumball. Is that a fake smile? Because she knew what we were talking about. 2-0 Canada.
Across America, people are getting back in touch with what's important in life, like family and friends and caring about each other. Little League Baseball salutes the 1.5 million volunteers who keep our program strong. Because of their efforts, every child in Little League Baseball gets to play. Little League Baseball, it's always been about the important things in life, and it still is.
No matter what.
If you're looking for information on great businesses in the metro area, then tune into St. Louis Business Profiles on Charter Communications.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the newest Suntrip family dealership, Suntrip Suzuki on Lee May Ferry, just north of Lindbergh. Craig and Butch Suntrip invite you to check out Suntrip Suzuki in South County.
St. Louis Business Profiles airs daily at these times, exclusively on Charter Communications. To have your business featured, call 314-984-8900.
You could say I'm not a fan of the slow lane. If you have the need for speed but don't like the speeding tickets, check out the Charter High Speed Zone. It's your chance to experience the speed of NASCAR and race your way to the national pole position where you and a friend can meet Greg Biffle and me during the championship weekend in Miami this November. Come on, let's race.
Experience the high-speed zone in person this Friday, August 26th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the U.S. Cellular Store, College Boulevard and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive, just north of Highway 94 in St. Peters.
Canada looking to go 2-1 in pool play and set themselves up for the next round, potentially with a win. They've got the early 2-0 lead. Our lineup for the team from Moscow, Russia, is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Kudyakov, who is doing the pitching, is also relied on for hitting, and let's meet the youngsters from Moscow.
Hi, меня зовут Артем Кулик. Мой любимый бейсбольный игрок Барри Бонс.
Меня зовут Витя Элькин. Мой любимый игрок Барри Бонс.
Я Александр Худяков. Мой самый любимый игрок Барри Бонс.
Привет, меня зовут Олег Инаятов. Мой любимый игрок Алекс Родригес.
Меня зовут Вадим Толмачев. Мой любимый игрок Барри Бонс.
Hi, мое имя Андрей Весенев. Мой любимый игрок Алекс Родригес.
Привет, мое имя Никита. Мой любимый игрок Майк Пиаза.
Меня зовут Антон Смирнов. Мой любимый игрок Барри Бонс.
Меня зовут Лавринович Леша, мой любимый игрок Сэмми Соса.
Привет, меня зовут Савин Дима, мой любимый игрок Роджер Клинекс.
Меня зовут Анур Артем, мой любимый игрок Рэнди Джонсон.
Здрасте, меня зовут Новожилов Михаил, мой любимый игрок Иван Родригес.
Меня зовут Сергей Шаршак, мой любимый игрок Берри Бонс.
Come on. All right, well, let's meet the kids from Canada. Since we're staying English, I'll take this one, Gary. Conrad Gallagher, call him C-Rad. He likes to collect Little League pins. There's a lot of them here. Center fielder Chris Fisher, for luck, he knocks on wood before each game. He must come up here and knock on our heads. The right fielder, Richard Lankmare, his favorite book, Great Moments by Wayne Gretzky, big hockey guy. Third base, Nick Rolla. They call him Wheels. His favorite player is Ichiro Suzuki. The shortstop, Justin Atkins. His favorite food is salmon. Up there in that northwest area, some good salmon. The second baseman, Tanner Morash. His favorite athlete, Anna Kova. The first baseman, I'm trying to figure that one out. Athlete, you know, sure. The first baseman, Jeff Danigo. Before each game, he likes to drink iced cappuccino. And the catcher, Matt Cantonio, he says his favorite movie is Austin Powers, any of them. And then Alex Dunbar, my voice is losing me. Guinness Book of Records is his favorite book to read, the Guinness Book of Records. What are you laughing at?
I'm not laughing.
I just pulled a, hey, you know what?
It's game 800, it's Wednesday or whatever this day is.
You taught me well. If you don't know what it is, just make
keep
it
right
sound
on
good.
going. You got to keep on going in this business. You know what I mean? Were you suggesting that the former tennis player might not be an athlete? Is that what you were saying?
She's more of an actress, you know, now.
Yeah.
She really wasn't that bad a tennis player.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't.
She just did not have to win in order to gain stardom and apparently another career. Good for her.
Well, hey, she's made a lot of money.
We should all be so lucky.
Anna Kournikova, what the heck, Carl? What did you say her name was?
That's what it was. All right, Tom Kulik. We'll lead it off, the shortstop.
What was his name?
Artem Kulik. Takes a strike in the outside corner. See, the defensively, this Canadian team does this no matter where they are in the lineup or what the situation is, they play in. Kulik ground ball up the middle, and he's got a base hit.
Look at this.
We're going to check in with Sam Ryan. Sam.
Well, Gary, as you mentioned, none of these kids from Russia have their parents with them. The family section is empty right now. They had trouble obtaining visas, so a local Orthodox church in the area reached out to these kids. Father Don Kovalek invited them to their parish picnic on Sunday. He said, hey, they played horseshoes for the first time, volleyball, water balloons. They had a lot of fun with that, and ate anything American they could get their hands on. He said, we want them back.
They have been wonderful to them, Sam. Obviously, it's been a home away from home for them, and the youngsters have just loved it. Get to speak their language with others who can do so here in Williamsport. And that's a very nice gesture. And there are the members of the church group on hand. Father Dan Kovalek. It's the Holy Cross Orthodox Church. Runner now at second base. And a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Elkin.
Great gesture. You know, that's a long ways for these kids to be traveling, and also a long time they've been away from home. Think about the first time you left home, how homesick you got.
It was 21.
Yeah, you know, 18. You can imagine what it'd be like at 11 and 12 years old.
Victor Elkin at the plate, a 1-ball, 2-strike count. It's very hard.
Yes.
When you're 11 or 12 years old and you're away for this long, they haven't been home since July 26th. Pitch is taken up high. They had to go to Poland to play in the regional. Now, the region, that EMEA, is Europe, Middle East, Africa. That's what those letters stand for. That's their region, and they played in Poland for the regional championship, and they haven't been home since they left to go to Poland. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Victor Elkin at the plate. Kulik on at second base with nobody out. Russia lost to Guam 6-2, and Mexico shut them out 7-0. It'll be a wild pitch and a walk. Well, Russia gets it started here against Alex Dunbar. With two on and nobody out. Glenn Morash is the manager.
Okay. Give me the first digit. All right.
Here you see that region we were talking about, with Moscow representing Russia. And as we said, they had to go to Poland to play in the region. So that's a lot of travel from Moscow here to the Little League World Series. A great experience, obviously, for these kids.
Well, another interesting thing about the Russian kids is they don't have professional baseball on TV there, where they get a chance or go see it in person, I should say. And so it keeps turnouts down, but also the competition level. It's hard to aspire to be greater if you're not able to see it. So while they were here in Williamsport, they got to go watch the Pittsburgh Pirates A Club, the Crosscutters, play here in person. And the kids were just ecstatic about being able to see a pro baseball game in person right in front of them. And the Crosscutters took care of them, and that was a pretty cool thing for them to do.
Kudyakov, no runner going, but a good practice in case they needed the cutoff. So there you see how the Canada had planned to play that. Throw went to second base. Had the runner been going, then they would have come home if the runner from third tried to break to the plate. First and third, nobody out. Kudyakov at the plate. Alex has got a base hit up the middle and an RBI. Kulik scores, and it is a 2-1 Canada lead.
Get this. How about this rally? Well, we've seen some curveballs here in the Little League World Series, and in Russia, they don't throw a lot of curves. Anything straight, they are going to hit. You know, they practice off fastballs, and primarily that's all they see this developing sport in their country. Curveball pulled foul by Oleg.
They only have on this Russian team one hitter who has more than one hit. And Kudyakov, the man who just got that RBI, that's his third hit. And drives in the run for his first RBI. He's on at first base. Elkin's down at second base. Still nobody out. 0-2 count.
0-2.
Good fastball up and in. Oleg Inoyatov. He turned 13 on the 16th. Down and away and got him. Alex Dunbar gets the strikeout for the first out of the inning. Great day of Little League Baseball coming your way. At 1 o'clock, Saudi Arabia will take on Venezuela. Then at 3 o'clock, Owensboro, Kentucky, and Westbrook, Maine. That's all coming up. ESPN. Still 2 on. Good stop made right there. Gattuso reaching out to knock that one down with their runners on at first and second, trying to keep that double play in order here. Timotchev takes it outside. Vadim, his nickname and his family name means tank. The driver of the tank. That's what he'd like to be right here.
5 foot 98 pounds. Tank.
We're going to get a little warm-up action now for Canada. And they have to let the kids go through the gate down there. Christopher Rabaza is going down there, number 14. Great to have you with us here in our first game of this final day of pool play. The Little League World Series, Canada-Russia still have a chance to move on to the next round. Much will depend on what they do in this game. Strike taken on the inside corner. A 2-ball, 1-strike count.
2-1.
In the international pools, both pools, nobody's guaranteed a spot yet. It's pretty amazing. Usually when you get to the last day of pool play, at least one team knows they're going to go, but that's not the case in the international division this year. That has made these games all the more meaningful. Matiev with the 3-1 delivery at the plate, takes that to right field, and he's got a base hit. Elkins making the turn. He'll stay at third base as Lankmeyer gets it back in. So this Russian team, which had not done anything offensively, is alive here in the first inning.
Well, they really swung the bats nice. This is a good-looking base hit right here. Just gets on top of a little curveball and shoots it the other direction. Watch how shallow the right fielder's playing. That's why you had no chance of advancing that runner to score from second.
Andrei Vasinyov with the infield in takes a strike. In the first 2 games that Russia played, they had only 6 hits and 2 runs in 2 games. They've already got a run on 3 hits here in the first inning. Dunbar fell down that time after the delivery, but he got a good pitch and an 0-2 count. 12-year-old Andrei Vasinyov. 0-2 delivery to him. And that's strike 3 called.
Ooh. Tough pitch right there with 2 strikes. A lot of times the way they catch the baseball and present it, these kids at this level make the pitch look that much worse and make the umpires look like they're really struggling back there.
Yeah.
You know?
Bases are loaded with 2 down.
And that ball really wasn't that far from being a strike, but after he caught it, he brought it down to the ground and then tried to bring it back up.
Nikita Kotler. Back over into the dugout. This is the catcher. Big chance here. 2-1 Canada leading, but the base is loaded for Russia. And an 0-2 count.
Well, Gary, here's a look at that strikeout pitch before. And here's what I mean. Now, watch how the catcher catches the ball. Look where it goes across the plate. All right, here's the pitch. It's going to be a little wider zone in Little League, but catches it there. It's about at the knees. Now watch where he takes it down to.
And holds it.
It's an inch off the ground.
Framed it right out of the strike zone.
And that has happened repeatedly here this week. And you got the coaches and managers a little upset at the umpires for when the kids are presenting the ball like that. It's kind of hard to argue.
Kotler waiting, and he takes it outside. He has had 1 hit, 1 for 3 in the first 2 games played. Kotler's got a chance to be a real hero here. He wants to be a designer of some sort, interior or clothing, he told us. 1-2 delivery. Changeup. So Dunbar strikes out the side, but there were 3 singles and a walk. 1 run in. They left the bases loaded, but they're on the board. A 2-1 lead for Canada.
You know, it's nice having a real meal together.
Oh, and there's cake.
Cake?
Is it a birthday?
Oh, what are we going to do? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's free with the meal.
Every meal can be special when you bring back dinner and dessert. Pick up any family meal with 8 or more pieces of freshly cooked KFC chicken, home-style sides, and biscuits, and you'll get a delicious double chocolate chip cake for free. Bring back dinner and dessert at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Tonight, go all in with Poker Night on ESPN. At 7, catch up with the tournament, who's in and who's out. Then, a pair of all-new episodes starting at 9. On ESPN2 at 5:30, who will advance to the next round? A Little League World Series doubleheader. At 9:30, Diana Taurasi and the Mercury look to secure a playoff berth as they tip off against the best in the West Monarchs. It's all on tonight. For breaking news and scores, turn to ESPN News.
Back here at the Little League World Series, where Canada leads the team from Russia 2-1. Now, the kids from British Columbia got a phone call earlier today from a big kid from British Columbia. Let's take a listen.
Hey, guys, this is Jason Day of the Pittsburgh Pirates from British Columbia. I got to be honest with you, I didn't hear any Jason Day, my favorite players, when we watched the first game, but I'm going to let it slide. And, you know, I just want to wish you guys some luck. Obviously, it's a big game. I've been to the Little League World Series, and, you know, I had a ton of fun. And I've been in the situation you guys are in, and you remember go out there and have fun. And, you know, most of all, just remember everyone in the Major League is watching. It's a big thing for us to watch, always in the locker room with all the guys from different countries watching. And, you know, it's fun for us, too.
Now they love him.
Now they love him. Good for Jason.
Cool. That's great.
See their kid's eye light up. Here's what he was talking
He
about.
called them on it too, man. That's funny. Yeah. I have to be honest with you.
Let's see at the bottom now. Note the bottom,
yeah.
Harold.
New favorite player now.
There you go.
Tell you what, he is a great young man. Had a lot of fun getting to know him the last couple of years. He's a rising star in the game. He was Rookie of the Year a couple of years ago. Back-to-back All-Stars. They even had him in the Home Run Derby this year. He's a terrific player that the Pirates were able to get in the big trade over there to get him to Pittsburgh. So he's a good one.
Justin Atkinson will lead it off for Canada. Kudyukov's pitch is in the center field for a base hit. So a leadoff single for Justin Atkinson, the shortstop. And there's Kim celebrating the base hit.
I didn't know until a couple days ago he actually had played here in the Little League World Series. Justin Day.
One of a number of Major League players who have gone through the Little League program and who have appeared here. Richard Lightmeyer with a runner on at first base. Trying to move him up with a bunt, missed it for a strike. For Canada, if they win this game, and if Guam beats Mexico later, they would be the #2 seed in their pool. Only the top 2 teams from each pool move on. So a Canadian win and a Guam win over Mexico later, Canada moves on. That one bunted. Only play is going to be at first, and a nice play to get there. Throw to third base, runner in, and they got him. They get both ends of it. Atkinson is thrown out, trying to move around. Kudyukov made a nice play off the mound to Smirnoff, and Smirnoff to Elkin for the out at third.
Boy, they're high-fiving all the way around the diamond. Now watch the play here. The first baseman, being left-handed, was able to spot this, come up with the strong throw. If he's right-handed, his back is more to the play.
Josh! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Right there, on the bag, on the bag. Don't worry about it.
It's my fault.
No, that's right. I told you to come. Smirnoff's got it. How about that? We told you that
let's go out, play some tough defense.
for Russia,
on,
they
boys.
pride themselves on their defensive play. And that time, Canada tried to gain an extra base. And for Joe Burns, the coach down there at third.
Чтобы приводить игроков. У нас заполнены базы, и мы не можем привести игроков. А, ребята? Понимаете?
Everywhere we go, people wanna know who we are. So we tell them,
We are Tigers.
we are Tigers.
Have you got what it takes to be a Tiger? Work hard, eat right with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes as part of a complete breakfast. And never stop earning your stripes.
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, guests get great deals at redroof.com.
Oh, that deal's hot.
And get a great deal more than they expected.
How low can you go?
Don't miss red hot deals from Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
And the
Tonight at Red Roof Inn, Bill stays in a Business King room.
Look at the space.
And feels like a Business King himself.
Multitasking. Chances of me working are remote.
Don't miss the redesigned, rededicated Red Roof Inn and Accor Hotel.
Surrey, British Columbia, Canada, 8-1 lead. Ball game starting just after 11 o'clock in the morning here Eastern time for our coverage of the Little League World Series. Here's what we were talking about in pool play. Guam is not guaranteed a spot, but they're in pretty good shape. But then British Columbia, Mexico, Russia all have a chance still to go. We know that Japan and Curacao are going to go out of Pool D. And the matchups would be number 1 in C plays number 2 in D. Number 1 in D plays number 2 in C. So that's what's up for grabs here today. So that whole pool, Pool C, is still alive for those 4 teams. Nice defensive play to get out of the inning for Russia. Now Anton Smirnov will lead it off. He is the first baseman who made that fine throw over to first base.
Well, it's interesting, Gary, that they pride themselves, you were saying, on defense, and they work on double plays, but primarily in a gymnasium that is too small for batting practice.
They still struggle with equipment and facilities. It's very hard for these players. Generally, the games they play at best are on soccer fields. More likely on just dirt fields that are not even cut out for baseball. So it's tough for the Little League program in Russia, but they've moved along. We had a question from one of our listeners. How do the folks in Russia actually learn the game, especially the coaches? Well, they come over here to the United States, for one thing, their coaches do, and work with minor league teams. And the U.S. Amateur Baseball and Major League Baseball sends delegations over there yearly to teach. They go all over Russia. They work with the coaches. They're teaching them the game. So that's how the Russian coaches have come to learn the game and pass it on to the kids. Strikeout there on Smirnov.
Done that with a number of countries. I know Jim Lefevre goes over to China and is working in China with their baseball programs, and a lot of different people are doing that. How'd you get a call from a listener?
Well, actually, we had a direct appearance by a listener. There you see for Russia, 4th appearance that they have made. It used to be the European region prior to the new EMEA region. And that's been since 2004 that we've had this Europe, Middle East, Africa region that includes this team from Russia. That's taken for a strike and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Dunbar's walked 1 and struck out 4. It's the modern day computers and phones and just ringing in your ear.
You are everywhere.
Yeah. Atkinson. 2 down.
Those of you guys wondering?
I was wondering.
What's up next?
How about Guam versus Mexico coming up on ESPN2 at 5:30. And at 7:30, Lafayette, Louisiana, the comeback kids take on Rancho Buena Vista, California. That's ESPN2 games.
Now, what are the implications of those games today, Gary?
The implication of our last game is going to decide the pool placement.
Yes, it will.
We'll decide who's going to play whom. We'll know today, obviously, last day of pool play, what the matchups are going to be for the next round, which is a single elimination round. Each team guaranteed 3 games, 4 teams in each pool. Teams play the other 3 teams in their pool in this first round. Kulik swings and misses on it. 2-1. What Harold was asking, that he knew the answer to in advance, but was kind enough not to give it before the question. Hawaii, Florida in Pool A are moving on.
You just don't know. I didn't know the answer.
And then we're going to go back to the other pool that Harold knew, where California and Louisiana are tied. They play each other tonight. So that will decide the Pool B 1 and 2 positionings.
You know, a lot of times you get to this point in the tournament here, and these games really don't mean a whole lot, it seems like, but they still mean an awful lot. I like the kids from California tonight are just deep. Although Lafayette They got that comeback power, man. It's going to be a good one.
That's my underdog right there, Lafayette.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has more than 150 extra college football games. Team matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football. To order, call your cable or satellite provider. Also available online. Order at ESPN.com, keyword Game Plan.
You could say I'm not a fan of the slow lane. If you have the need for speed but don't like the speeding tickets, check out the Charter High Speed Zone. It's your chance to experience the speed of NASCAR and race your way to the national pole position where you and a friend can meet Greg Biffle and me during the championship weekend in Miami this November. Come on, let's race.
Experience the High Speed Zone in person this Saturday, August 27th, 3 to 5 at the U.S. Cellular Store, Lemay Ferry Road, south of Rivas Ferrex Road in South County.
Not all car insurance companies require a big down payment.
I just couldn't understand why every insurance company wanted such a big down payment. How was I going to afford that and then make the monthly payment? Did they
think I was made of money? I finally called Acceptance Insurance and got the lowest down payment of all. I got the car insurance I needed.
Acceptance made it easy and affordable.
Don't pay too much for your car insurance when you don't have to. Call Acceptance and see how we can get your car insurance started today.
Magnificent day. The humidity way down today. Blue skies, sunshine. Temperature supposed to be around the mid-70s. Some of the youngsters enjoying it. Get that other letter up there. Get that letter up. Oh, geez. No matter how we coach these kids, huh?
They had it earlier. They had
it up there.
The E and the P. Now they got the S in there.
Now they go. Okay, come on. Come on. Now you're going to be in the wrong order. Oh, my gosh. This is a major production. Now we are the PSE network. Come on, get over here. Where's the other kid? Where's the other kid? Let's go. We haven't got all day. No, it's not the NPSE network.
No,
you got to move down. All right. All right. This is the Asian version. ESPN, you start on the right and read to the left.
There you go.
Thank you very much. From the Warren Nationals. All right, Alex Dunbar's up. We're going to work with those kids.
We'll see if they get it right. We'll stay with them.
They thought the camera was like a mirror so that it was going to be in reverse.
There you go.
2-1 lead for Canada. We go to the third inning. Dunbar, the pitcher, batting ninth. This is his first at-bat in the game. Kednikov's pitch taken to left field. Another to come in to play in left gets it. Dunbar is retired. And there's one away.
Hey, the Russian kids have come a long way. I remember last time I did one of their games, it's been a couple of years. And they couldn't catch, throw, barely hit. And they have come a long way. Quite a tribute to the hard work.
Really? And obviously a short season for the teams from Moscow. Morash reached on an error, scored in the first inning.
I think a little cold there.
Little nippy during the winter. Little nippy. Don't want to be playing baseball outdoors.
I'm sure a lot of these kids play hockey too.
Yeah, a lot of hockey fans.
Forgiven. That's one of the reasons they hit so well is the hand-eye coordination. If you can hit a hockey puck, you can hit a baseball.
Morash down to third. That's going to be a foul ball. Tanner is looking for his first hit as he has had an 0 for 6 so far. Older brother Miller on hand to watch this game. Dad is the manager, Glenn Morash. There he is. And again, it'll be foul back, holding that count at 2 strikes. Now we've got it in Russian. This is ESPN in Russian. Works perfectly. Good job. That's right. International game. We want the international version. However, we flipped the camera guy on his head.
We fixed it.
I'll tell you, we go to any length out here to get that promotion on the air. Now the kids can use all that cardboard to slide on.
Exactly. Man, I tell you what, I saw a couple of those kids come down off the hill yesterday. They stink.
What?
Smelly little nasty rascals.
What are you talking about?
They're out there rolling around in that dirt and grass, and I mean, sweat is foul.
There they are. They do spend the day up there. I went up yesterday. It is a very steep hill. It is even steeper than it looks on television. They have wax they put on the bottom of the cardboard, like you would on skis, wax your skis.
Oh, wow.
They wax the cardboard, which is why some of them really fly up there. That one towards third. Elkin cuts it off and throws it away. The runner will stay at first base. Smirnoff had no chance at first on that one.
Get a ball.
Just misfired. These little kids stink too, man. Because I tell you what,
it isn't even noon yet.
They have all these little superstitions of not showering. Ball thrown away right here. Just got behind it. And I got to go back to this kid's not showering thing. A couple of the U.S. teams, I went down after the game, met with them. There was 4 little boys. I can't remember what team it was.
Thank God.
I shut the door and walked back out. They were filthy. This could be a double play.
Damachev, Kulik, and that's the one they'll get.
No, but a number of the kids here, it used to be, well, I don't wash my socks after a win. Now it's, I don't shower. And so they may win 2 games and not play for another 2 days. They're not showering. It's filthy.
Maybe we're going to need another Little League rule.
I'm telling you. There is a pool up there.
Can't go more than 2 days without a shower. 2 down. Chris Fisher. Fisher scored and had an RBI in the first inning. Canada's got 2 runs, still on just 1 hit, as the team from Moscow has committed 3 errors in this game. They had only 2 errors committed in the first 2 games. They played pretty clean baseball against Guam and Mexico. 0-1 count on Fisher. Runner at first, Gallagher.
1 walk.
Missed outside with it. 1 ball, 1 strike count. These parents from British Columbia have had to come a long way as well. Denise, the mom here, mom and dad both on hand to watch this game. Herb right behind. Fisher, 1 ball, 1 strike count. These teams get here, you know how much for both of these teams, especially for Russia, which has only won 1 game in Little League World Series play, and this is the 4th year that they have been here. They could come away with a chance at the 2nd round. I mean, it would be a great accomplishment. Nice play. Damachev at second base, going into the outfield area, puts that one away to retire the side. No runs, no hits, an error, and a base runner left on. That's the defense they were looking for the kids from Moscow.
ESPN Fantasy Football. Play for free at ESPN.com/fantasyfootball.
Red makes them stop and look.
Red is fiery.
Red is romantic.
My K-Swiss.
K-Swiss is red.
Blue is casual.
Blue is zen. Blue is cool. K-Swiss is blue.
Black and white. Like this, like this.
I wear my K-Swiss in pink and white.
I wear my K-Swiss in navy.
K-Swiss in colors.
Colors, colors, colors.
K-Swiss.
Treat yourself to the best values of the year at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
I'm just like you. I work hard every day. Back pain or not, because I get big relief from the Icy Hot Back Patch.
Bigger than many ordinary patches. First it's icy to dull the pain, then hot to relax it away. The Icy Hot Back Patch.
Count on it.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Take a look at some of the action we've seen. Japan, Sakamoto, a two-hitter against Saudi Arabia in their opener. They're now 3-0. And the Guam opener was Sean Manley, a one-hitter against Canada. They came away with that win. They are 2-0. And yesterday, Sorik Liberia, Curacao, had a no-hitter, 5 2/3 innings, and gave up a hit, then got the final out as they came away with a win in that game. 9 strikeouts for the youngster. You see the pitching prowess of Japan, as they have had a couple of complete game shutouts. Guam can move to 3-0 with a win today and secure a spot for the next round. Canada, Mexico, though, as we said, they are still alive, but they've got to win today to stay hopeful for further games. These are the kids from Surrey, British Columbia. Beautiful western Canadian city, not far from Vancouver.
Well, if you're like me, you're wondering, how did Jason Bay do when he was here anyway? How did his team
How did Jason Bay do when he was in the series?
Well, you know, they lost to Chinese Taipei 20-1, but they also beat Latin America, which was Mexico at the time, 8-3. So he got him a W here. Now, Ching Feng Chen, you know him in the Dodger system. He was with the Chinese Pei team. He's the all-time HR leader, and he's at Las Vegas right now, AAA with the Dodgers. So he was on Chinese Taipei in that 20-1, obviously before the mercy rule came in effect.
Victor Elkin delivers a base hit. If you're going to be a home run hitter, Las Vegas is not a bad place to be playing.
Not bad at all. Jason Bay was 2 for 5 in the Little League World Series, by the way, when he was here. So, Jason, we're up on you, man. We're up.
You missed it. We had Jason, who telephoned this Canadian team earlier. Showed you that.
Appreciate you calling in, too. The kids love that.
Gudyakov, the pitcher, has an RBI single. That's 4 hits now for Russia. One of the problems they've had in scoring is that all of their hits so far have been singles. They've not been able to pick up an extra base hit, not just in this game, but in all 3 games that they've played. Foul back and a 2-strike count. Alex Gudyakov, who is doing the pitching today, with a runner at first and nobody out.
And Bobby Abreu sent 24 baseballs to the kids from Venezuela. Personal sign, had them sent up from Philadelphia. They got here yesterday. It's pretty cool when those guys do that stuff.
That's 1. No relay to first. Rolla. Good play down to Morash to get the fielder's choice. All right, coverage of the Little League World Series. The flag of Russia on hand here. Alameda Stadium is the site. Canada-Russia opening up the day's play here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Surrey, British Columbia from Canada, Moscow from Russia. Darrell Reynolds, Sam Ryan, I'm Gary Thorne. Great to have you on board with us here as we move on towards the championship weekend. All these teams vying for a spot.
This is like breakfast at Wimbledon here.
It is, isn't it?
11 a.m. start.
Early for the kids?
And early for us.
I knew you'd finish that sentence.
Count that.
Throw to first. Gudyakov gets back.
Favorite singer.
Yeah.
50 Cent.
Yeah. Runner goes. Delayed steal. Uh-oh. Gudyakov caught in a rundown. Will be tagged out. Logano puts the tag on. It'll be a caught stealing.
They do. The kids here execute these pickles, as you might know it, or rundowns better than the big leaguers do. Look at this execution on this rundown play. It's great. You know they play a lot of those little games in the backyard and figure it out.
Antonio, the catcher, to Atkinson. Over to Degano, put the tag on, and a hit batter, and that'll put him on at first base. So hit batter, our first hit batter of the game. 2 down, runner at first base. That'll go to the backstop. He'll get an extra base on the wild pitch.
See a lot of kids ducking instead of getting out of the spinning to get out of the way. And the ball just chased him, hit him off top of the helmet.
Right on the button.
You know, we got a chance to see Dr. Creighton Hale here the other day, and I'm sure he's here this morning. He'll be here most of the day. He invented a lot of the protective devices that we see, the helmet, the catcher's chest protector, you know, so many things that he has done to develop safety for kids at this level.
Saw Doc, he goes to a lot of games here. Pads to protect the knees and the haunches of the catchers. We see in the major leagues a lot now. Something to rest on, take some of that pressure off the knees. Swung at him, missed, he got him. Dunbar's got 5 strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. 2-1, Canada leading Russia.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Every meal can be special when you bring back dinner and dessert. Pick up any family meal with 8 or more pieces of freshly cooked KFC chicken, home-style sides, and biscuits, and you'll get a delicious double chocolate chip cake for free. Bring back dinner and dessert at KFC.
Want to beat athlete's foot? Let's try a little one-on-one. Lamisil AT versus Lotrimin AF. Use this, you have to use it for 4 weeks. 4 weeks. With Lamisil AT, 1 week and you're done. That's 4 times faster. Lamisil AT, advanced treatment.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
Canada has the 2-1 lead as we go to the 4th inning of our 6th inning regulation game, and time for today's Kellogg's Frosted Flakes building blocks with the early morning riser himself, Harold Reynolds.
Today's building block is the pivot at second base, and Nick is one of the best at it. Now here's a good look at how you turn the pivot at second base. I want you to concentrate on the ball's hit. You want to put your left foot on the base. Why left foot? As you transfer your body, now it's going to clear yourself out of getting hurt. If you put your right foot down, now you're right in the way of the base runner. This foot's planted, and that's how you have a tendency to get hurt. Nick, let's give him a look at what we're talking about. I'll be the shortstop. The ball's hit. He gets to the bag, see the left foot, the transfer, the pivot. Woohoo! No wonder everybody's telling me he's one of the best in Little League. That is today's Kellogg's building block.
It's very good the way you did that.
Tell you what, the kids are incredible how quick they pick things up and how advanced they are today. And the pivots and different things like that. We have seen a lot of double plays already, but here's a look at the pivot. See how he stepped right into him and he was further down the line. Get a good look again. Look for the left foot, he went right foot, and as a result, he's out in front. If he'd went left foot, he'd have probably been able to jump around and spin around that guy. But yesterday, we saw 3 double plays turned by the kids from Hawaii. Absolutely phenomenal. And the defense, Gary, has been great.
Been great. And it's always great to watch at any level defensive play, I think, in any sport. It's exciting. It's because there's a lot of effort involved and a lot of technique. And these youngsters here in this Little League World Series this year, I don't remember in past years as many double plays being seen so early as we've seen so far. Jeff Degano's going to lead it off for Canada. Degano's a cleanup batter. He got an RBI on a ground ball out.
You may get a lot of double plays from short second or right up the middle. They step on the base. But they had a game the other day over at Volunteer Field where they turned a 5-4-3 double play from third to second to short. They went all the way around the horn.
All down, play made. Inoyatov, who's just come on to pitch, makes that play. We'll check in with Sam Ryan. Sam.
Well, Gary, we've been talking about Nick Rola's odd gum souvenir. That's not the only thing he saves. All right, well, he got together, when his team got together, what they did was the president of the Little League asked them to cut their hair because they wanted them to look clean cut. So he had been growing his hair for about a year, his shoulder length. He saves it. He puts it in a bag. When I asked his mom about it, she said, oh, that's his lucky hair. But she said, I promise, he's not weird.
He's not.
We knew that. Machiev makes the play over to Elkin, who's moved over to first base. There are 2 down. Nick Rola's retired, 2 away here in the 4th inning. This is Natasha. This is that's the sister who doesn't really appreciate what brother does with the gum hairball.
And there he is sitting on the bench. He's the kid at third base that's always rocking back and forth. And you see he's always screaming.
There he is. He takes all his used gum and unneeded hair, combines it.
Hairballs, gumballs. No wonder she's like, oh my gosh.
That probably keeps his sister out of his bedroom, though. What do you think?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt about it.
She does not come in to visit.
No privacy clause needed.
Atkinson had a single his first time up. Fouled off. Oleg Inoyatov, who's doing the pitching, a little different look. His delivery right over the top for the 12-year-old. Godnyakov went the 3 innings, 2 runs, neither earned, didn't walk anybody. Gave up just 1 hit. Canada has just 1 hit in the game. Russian coaches have said that given a chance, they would use everybody pitching. They try and give everybody a chance to play the different positions. Atkinson on a 3-1, foul back, 3-2.
Well, really, if you look at the real spirit of the game, they probably got it right more than anybody else. This is all about developing, letting the kids play, and when you have a new sport, such as Russia does in baseball, you want the kids to learn how to play all over the diamond.
Let them experiment.
As well.
See where they play best. Inoyatov with 2 down, nobody on, 3-2 delivery. Atkinson again fouls it back. In order for Russia to move on, it's a bit more complicated. If Russia's going to go to the next round, they've got to win. Mexico has to lose today. That would create a 3-way tie between Canada, Russia, and Mexico. And the tiebreaker is based on how well you played defensively. It's fewest runs surrendered. Nice play made right there. Kovachev over to Elkin. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th inning. Good ball game. Canada leading it 2-1.
You want game? This fall, ESPN Game Plan has more than 150 extra college football games. Team matchups and rivalries from major conferences. All available when you order your exclusive ESPN Game Plan pay-per-view package. It's maximum college football. To order, call your cable or satellite provider. Also available online. Order at ESPN.com, keyword Game Plan.
Own a timeshare.
Hi, I'm Dan Shipley, President of Gateway Medical Research. For years, we've been conducting pharmaceutical research for FDA approval of generic medications. You could earn $400 to $4,000 if you are a healthy male or female, smoker or non-smoker, age 18 and over, on no medications, with no history of serious health problems, and are available for a 24 to 36-hour stay at our facility. For more information how you could earn thousands of dollars, please call Gateway Medical Research at 618-655-0661.
You could say I'm not a fan of the slow lane. If you have the need for speed but don't like the speeding tickets, check out the Charter High Speed Zone. It's your chance to experience the speed of NASCAR and race your way to the national pole position, where you and a friend can meet Greg Biffle and me during the championship weekend in Miami this November. Come on, let's race.
Experience the High Speed Zone in person this Friday, August 26th, 4 to 6 p.m. at the U.S. Cellular Store, College Boulevard and Mid-Rivers Mall Drive, just north of Highway 94 in St. Peters.
All right, welcome back to Williamsport, PA. Here's how we got it going. The kids from Canada jumping out to an early lead, 2-0, with just manufactured, put pressure on the defense, forcing them to make mistakes. Good read with the runner at third base. He's going to score here. That gave them 2 runs in the first. It looked like they might run away with it, but no. Alexander the Great came back with a base hit to make it 2-1. And here's our KFC game summary.
It's a really good ball game here. Only 5 hits total. Canada's got the lead with just one of them. Morash, pitcher, couple of runs done by the pitchers. 3 errors today have cost them. They only had 2 in the last 2 games. The starting pitcher has also picked up the RBI single in this game. Kudyakov, who is now out of there after working 3 innings as the starter for Russia. So much at stake for these teams as far as moving on is concerned. Their fans on hand here. Sevniev goes after the first pitch. Degano at first base has it.
What I find really intriguing about the kids from Russia is that Saudi Arabia, Guam, even Canada, they have kids that have been around American sports or even from America playing an American game, basically. And these kids from Russia are Russians. They're a hockey nation. They're a track and field nation. They don't play a whole lot of baseball.
Nope. They're getting the program down, though, and as they develop these Little League programs over there, the youngsters, of course, will then move up to senior Little League programs and other older programs, perhaps through the school systems of Russia.
Well, very similar to what they did with gymnastics when they wanted to really try to be strong internationally. They started at the youth level, and that's what they've done with their baseball program. They started right at the core of the bottom and started up with the youth programs, and it's come a long ways in the last 10 years.
Kotler fouls that one off. 1 down here in the 4th inning. Sam Ryan brought a big pile of bubble gum to this game with us, and she gave some to the youngsters on the team from Moscow, and obviously they're using it.
Yes, they are. And wisely.
Little bubble blowing contest taking place on the bench. Nikita Kotler with nobody on him, 1 down. The 4th inning, 6th inning regulation game, our Little League World Series. Reaches and fouls that one off. All of the kids who play on this team from Moscow go to the same school. Russian schools are numbered schools. They go to N975. You find in New York City. It's a public school with about 1,000 kids, and they are aged 7 to 18. They all go together at the same school. Wow. That's a big school. All these youngsters know one another, not only from the community, but from being together at school. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Kotler again fouls that one back. They went 4-0, Moscow did, in their regional play. They play against other countries who also don't have a deep history in baseball. Although some of the European teams, like the Netherlands team, has usually done pretty well. Degano again.
Oh!
That'll make you feel bad.
Here. He just started to throw it around before he caught it. Gets right there. Watch him squeeze the glove. He looks away. He's looking to throw it down to the third baseman. Watch his head turn off right at the last second. He looks off, getting ready to throw it.
Oh. Had it and lost it. So Cutler will have a chance to swing again here. 2-2 delivery. Nope, he won't. He is taken out of there on the 6th strikeout for Alex Dunbar. 2 down. Thanks for covering. Anton Smirnov struck out his first time up.
Ball.
He is one of their better pitchers, 12 years old.
Looks like he might be one of their better hitters, too.
Going to get a pinch hitter here in place of Smirnov. That one will be played at third base. Gray makes the play and gets him. So a 1-2-3 inning for Dunbar.
Good work. When I'm calling inside and outside, don't move over. Okay, just move the glove over. Okay.
And he handles a little blooper, strong throw across the diamond. And Canada is leading 2-1. We're headed to the 5th. We'll be back in just a moment.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them.
We are Tigers.
We are Tigers.
Have you got what it takes to be a Tiger? Work hard, eat right with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes as part of a complete breakfast. And never stop earning your stripes.
There's your I'm just like you. I work hard every day. Back pain or not, because I get big relief from the Icy Hot Back Patch.
Bigger than many ordinary patches. First, it's icy to dull the pain, then hot to relax it away. The Icy Hot Back Patch.
Count on it.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
ESPN Fantasy Football is so easy to use.
Yeah, and it doesn't require a major time commitment. And we love the camaraderie it engenders. The way we're talking is so weird. This room and our clothes. Randy, Candy, I don't think we exist. What do you mean, Sandy? I think we're just part of some guy's fantasy, and whoever he is, he obviously loves ESPN Fantasy Football, and we're just icing on the cake.
Ooh, there's cake?
ESPN Fantasy Football. Play for free at ESPN.com/fantasyfootball.
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes, providing us with coverage of this 2005 Little League World Series, where Canada leads it 2-1.
So you want to coach 11 and 12-year-olds. Tell me how many of you had this kind of a conversation.
Hey, guys are still lunging. Stay back, slide the ball. Canada on 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, Canada!
Hey, let me just talk to myself.
For anybody who's a parent out there,
I love that. What we got here?
no trouble with understanding that. He's talking, the kids are all looking away. He says, all right, Canada on 3. And before they started counting, Canada! And then they kind of got it together. And
All right, I'll talk to myself.
I'll talk to myself.
I felt like that up here.
I can understand that.
All right, I'll talk to myself.
Hey, about that?
You know?
Exactly. Love it.
After replays, if, you know, it's not there. No.
You are harsh. See, this is what happens when you get up early in the morning. You get that rollover on the wrong
Hey,
side.
I tried to talk him into letting me come a little later.
Yeah, I know you did.
Tom McNeely, he's the producer, man. He was like, nope, 9 o'clock. I said, 9:30.
That's right.
Nope, 9. I said, how about 10? 9.
You tried to call me on the phone this morning, and I finally had to hang up. I couldn't understand what you were saying. Barode gets his first at bat and fouls it back. Nathan?
I was just asking, do we really have to do that 9? Are you
I
going
thought that's
in?
what you were saying, but I wasn't sure.
Are you going in?
He's going. Like, put your wife on. We need a translator here. 5th inning, 0-1 count. Nathan De La Farode, I think that hit his foot. It did.
Yeah.
A foul ball and an 0-2 count. has turned out to be a heck of a game. It's very risky if you, pre-game-wise, try and make decisions about what the game's going to look like here in the Little League World Series. We've had some we thought would be 1-0, and then it ended up 15-0. Then you get a game like this where you didn't figure Russia really had much of a chance, in all honesty. And they've, against Canada, kept it at 2-1. They're right in it.
Well, they really have. You know, it's amazing when you watch college sports and you say, I have no idea who's going to win, which team's going to show up, what's going to happen. Can you imagine 11 and 12 years old trying to figure out what these guys are going to do? No idea.
No chance.
Who had the hot dogs first thing in the morning? Oh.
Breakfast. Oh, lunch. Lunch, man.
It's lunch.
Lunch. It's lunchtime. One down, nobody on here in the 5th inning. Both teams now have to be concerned about just generating one more run. The way the offenses have been held down, Canada still has just one hit in this game, and that came as a leadoff single by Atkinson in the second. They scored 2 runs and 2 errors in the first inning without a hit. Down to first, that's a fair ball. Nice play. Elkin took it right on the line, and there are 2 down.
Gary, you do enough hockey. You watched it, you played it. I mean, is the hand-eye coordination of these kids, I think, advanced because of the hockey they play? You agree with me?
I don't think there's any question about that. Especially when the kids, some of the things that you do in hockey, not during the games, but with a puck, where you're fooling around with a puck and a stick and bouncing it, dribbling it, flipping it off the backside. Kids develop some tremendous hand-eye coordination doing those kinds of things that you don't see in a game, but it shows up in their ability to handle a stick and now a glove. Dunbar up. Alex Dunbar flied out his first time up. 2 down, 0-1 count. Both teams still alive in their hopes to move on to the next round. It will all depend on what happens in this game and others to be played today. They each need a win in this game to keep those hopes alive. Take a look at the Little League book, and there are the other games that are coming up. We'll have for you Great Lakes New England, Pacific Mexico, the West and the Southwest, and Transatlantic Latin America going next. Little slow roller. This is going to be a tough play. Gamachiev makes the flip, not in time, infield hit.
I'm surprised he made it that close. Very nice job coming in and making that a play. He was playing deep already because of the size of Dunbar. See how deep he's playing. He has a long way to go. Good read by the first baseman to get back. Let's see here. Umpire got it right, but man, he made it close. Good effort.
Oh, but Bob Clayton. Very important run, obviously, out there. Richard Lankmayer is going to come on as the special runner. Dunbar over there getting a little hug from the teammate. 17, that's Chris Fisher.
Well, the rules still apply in these ball games. The same Little League all across the board, a mandatory play rule. Each youngster has to play at least 3 defensive outs and have 1 plate appearance. If they do not, it's a forfeit for your team.
Mitchell Burns is pinch hitting.
Well, you see the pinch hits, and the special pinch runner does not count in fitting for the qualification of the mandatory rule play. He's already been in the game. He can come back out, and as long as he comes back in the same spot in the order.
Mitchell Burns has gone 0 for 2 in the Little League World Series. Runner at first base and 2 down. Rule that we were talking about. Any players not appeared in the batting order may be used as a special pinch runner. And the player for whom the pinch runner runs can only be removed once in a game, so you don't get that constant substitution for the same player. 0-2 delivery. Kulik gets the force out at second base. So Canada unable to put anything across here. No hits, 1 run, 1 left on base. 6 innings, our regulation game, and it's 2-1 Canada over Moscow.
It's that time of year again. Time to gear up for school at CompUSA. where you'll find the HP Pavilion DV1340 US Notebook PC, featuring Intel Centrino mobile technology. For the freedom, flexibility, and power to run your most demanding applications on the go. Get your back-to-school basics today from Intel, HP, and CompUSA.
You know, it's nice having a real meal together.
Oh, and there's cake.
Cake.
Is it her birthday?
Oh, what are we going to do? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
It's free with the meal.
Every meal can be special when you bring back dinner and dessert. Pick up any family meal with 8 or more pieces of freshly cooked KFC chicken, home-style sides, and biscuits, and you'll get a delicious double chocolate chip cake for free. Bring back dinner and dessert at KFC. And for lunch, don't forget the 99-cent KFC snacker.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Canada leading Russia by a score of 2-1. One of the games we're going to be bringing you later on today. It'll be Owensboro, Kentucky against Westbrook, Maine. One of the Maine's players is Jason LeMay. He has a superstition, Tommy rather, about kissing the bat. Does that in every plate appearance, and he also has a moose call. Let's hear it. So far, no moose have showed up here at the ballpark.
Pretty good. Well, you better stick around and check out this game coming up here. You're going to see it here this afternoon. Maybe we will see a moose.
Owensboro, Kentucky against Westbrook, Maine. Not a lot of moose around Westbrook, a community just outside of Portland in southern Maine. Now, if you want to go up to northern Maine, then you get a chance to see some moose, especially in the Allagash region, those who like to camp out. Russian fans from here cheering for the kids from Moscow. The local church group, which has been their home away from home while they've been here.
You said something alarming earlier. They've been away from home since, what, July 26th?
Yeah.
Wow.
They went to Poland to play in the regional, and they did not go back home. Because it takes a couple... Let's listen to it.
Если ты бьешь, мальчик, ты бей, а не останавливай биту. Бей, даже если ты бог бьешь, но бить надо, а не подставлять биту. Не посмешищем выступать. Я бью здесь, я туда выхожу отбивать. Давай, отбивай.
You have to hit very powerfully. Don't just swing the bat. Julia, who's working with us as the interpreter today. Thank you. Tumanyarov takes the pitch outside for a ball. This is his first at bat. Alex Dunbar has gone the distance for Canada. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts for Dunbar. Fine job. 2-2-0 for Canada, 1-4, and 3 errors on the board for Russia.
Well, he took a good swing there. He said swing powerfully. He did. Listening to his coach. See how hard he swings right here. That's letting it go. Woohoo.
One thing you will notice, we were joking before with the Canadian coach, players were looking away and talking, and with the teams from Russia, the kids do not look away. They are highly disciplined in that regard. Move over.
He's got no control. No chance, Joe.
Center fielder was moving on the pitch. That's the 7th strikeout for Dunbar. Our higher standards brought to you by Bank of America. We call it a Manic Monday. 7-0, Mexico, Japan 7-4, Hawaii 10-zip, Curacao 3-zip. For Newtown, Pennsylvania 15-0 over Davenport, Iowa. Comebacker to the mound. Dunbar makes the play to first base.
Yeah, a lot of those games yesterday really didn't mean anything as far as advancing into pool play. So you saw a lot of kids that normally are not pitching get a chance to go to the mound, and the hitters made them pay.
Single elimination games begin tomorrow. Fine job by Dunbar. Victor Elkin. Vitia has singled and drawn a walk in the game. He's an 11-year-old who wants to be a millionaire when he's older. His role model is Barry Bonds, so he clearly has a distinct line of intent.
Yeah, Barry's getting paid. Ain't no doubt about that.
2-0 delivered to Elkin. Atkinson. Degano, big stretch to get the out.
Wow.
Nice play.
Nice job staying with that ball. Just kept sharp at him. He wasn't able to handle it clean, but came up with a strong throw across the diamond, and he got a good stretch around the first baseman.
Everybody in here.
7 outs in a row recorded by Dunbar and the defense behind him.
Here's the bobble. Came up on him a little bit. Look at the stretch. Got him. Count it up. 2-1 as we head to the final frame, the 6th.
Tonight, go all in with Poker Night on ESPN. At 7, catch up with the tournament, who's in and who's out. Then, a pair of all-new episodes starting at 9. On ESPN2 at 5:30, who will advance to the next round? A Little League World Series doubleheader. At 9:30, Diana Taurasi and the Mercury look to secure a playoff berth as they tip off against the best in the West Monarchs. It's all on tonight. For breaking news and scores, turn to ESPN News.
Quit smoking forever. Call Renew Auricular Therapy Center. Just one relaxing 15-minute session can break your addiction to nicotine. With a 90% success rate and pre- and post-treatment counseling from a trained auricular therapist. Change your life forever. Call Renew Auricular Therapy Center now.
In a maximum security prison, Michael Schofield is going in for one reason. Michael? To get his brother out.
What kind of man would I be if I let you rot and die in here?
They're going to kill your boy like they killed mine.
You're a dead man! Prison Break, the series premiere at 8/7 Central, Fox, Monday.
Throw away your cigarettes for good. Call Renew Auricular Therapy Center. Just one relaxing 15-minute session can eliminate your addiction to nicotine. With a 90% success rate, plus pre- and post-treatment guidance from a trained auricular therapist. Change your life. Call Renew Auricular Therapy Center now.
In the U.S. pools, Hawaii, Florida, Pool A, California, Louisiana, Pool B know they're going. Who's going to play whom? It'll depend on the outcome of the game between California and Louisiana that'll be coming up tonight. It'll be 1 in Pool A against 2 in Pool B. The number 1 team in Pool B against number 2 in Pool A. Hawaii has been one of the teams that has all of a sudden come out with home run power. Aguape, that's 1 of 8 that this team from Hawaii has hit, and it's not just one batter doing it. Guevara delivering a home run there. And note the distance on these homers. They're not just over the fence. Fayao, who may be their best hitter overall, really clocked that one at Volunteer. Baniaga got one off the end of the bat straightaway center field here at Lamade Stadium. And Mamea picking up a home run. That's 5 who have hit homers, 8 total for Hawaii.
Well, they're swinging the bats. You see Mighty Casey looking down saying, pretty impressive. 8 home runs. Now, tournament record's, what, 15? Is that what we said earlier?
Yes.
What's that? So they're on track. If they can continue playing.
They are guaranteed of moving on for at least the first round in the single elimination segment of this Little League World Series.
Now, if there was a team to worry about, I know California's got a lot of great publicity, and deservedly so, but I'd be worried about Hawaii, because up and down that whole lineup, they've got hitters that can hurt you.
Van Horn coming up. Canada trying to find some runs.
Hey, everybody here. Hey, who wants to play another game on this field? Let's go and hit the ball hard now. Hey.
1, 2, 3, Canada!
Let's go, boys. Let's go hit the ball hard.
Joe Burns having a great time. He is having a fantastic time, but he's having a tough time controlling these guys. I feel for him because you know what? They all stay up at the Grove. It's the only place no parents are allowed. And he has to be with these kids 24/7, and he's had to do this for a long time now.
Dallin Van Horn getting his first at bat. This is the final inning of regulation play. Canada leading it by a score of 2-1.
Now there's the dorms where all the kids stay at. No adults are allowed. The only ones in there are the coaches. No moms, no aunts, uncles, nobody. Just the coaches that are coaching the teams, and they have been stuck with these kids the whole time.
2-0 count. We haven't mentioned the aunts and uncles who are not directly related, but they are the volunteers who each team gets assigned someone that stays with them, a local person, local volunteer to help them out. They do a tremendous job with these kids. Lead off walk. Van Horn is on. And let's check in with Sam Ryan. Sam.
Well, Gary, the team from Canada brought a little bit of home with them. Dirt from their home field in Surrey, British Columbia, courtesy of Talon Van Horn's mom. Now, they bottled it up, brought it with them. The kids each took a little piece, put some in their back pocket. They call it their lucky dirt. The coaches told me Customs wasn't too thrilled about it. I asked Talon's mom about it. She's like, well, somehow we got it in the country.
I don't think the dirt would be a real problem. They're worried about, obviously, you can't bring fruits and vegetables across. So they all got a little piece of home.
Okay, coach.
And he's on at first base right now. Now we're getting the discussion here as Russia, with 3 outs to work with in the bottom of the 6th inning, only a 1-run differential here. They do not want to give up any more to the Canadian team here in the top half of the inning. Alexei Arofiev, the coach, Vladimir Petrov, works with him. Runner on at first. See how Canada plays this. Fisher. He's had an RBI in the 1st inning. And it popped out on a fine defensive play against him in the 3rd. Had a sacrifice in an RBI in the 1st and moved around on an error and a wild pitch.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike count. 2 runs, 2 hits Canada. 1 run, 4 hits, 3 errors for Russia.
Well, you saw Canada start the game off bunting, moving runners up, but now you're into the heart of that order. And you really want to let these kids swing the bat. And that's what Joe Burns is doing right now.
Oleg Ignatiev's pitch has popped up into this high sky. Nice play made by Elkin, the shortstop. You just hear the coaches hold their breath on those kind of plays, legitimately so, because it is tough to look up and find that ball. Bright sun, high sky.
Tough play right there. But he did a nice job. One of the things you want to do with the pop fly is wait till it gets to its highest peak before you start trying to call it. That way you avoid collisions and miscommunication.
That one is short again. Elkin knocks it down, and a beautiful play to get the force out to Kulik at second.
Webb Jim. That's flashing some leather right there. Wants the range to his right and to have the presence of mind to stay with it. You tell me that baseball's not advancing in Russia. Wow, that's a beautiful play.
Victor Elkin, an 11-year-old who started at 3rd, has moved to short and made 2 fine plays here in the 6th inning.
Probably see that young man back here next summer.
Jared Gray, first at bat. And he takes it to center field. Vanistiev plays it in front of him, and that's a big play. But that ball gone by, a run might have scored. Degano has to stop at second base. Debbie celebrating. Jared's base hit.
Well, good for him. Little guy just got on top of one, let it drive it in there. He's talking to that ball the whole way. Get down, get down, get down. And it did.
That's his first Little League
World
Series hit. Darn right you celebrate, huh? 2 down, Justin Atkinson. He is singled and grounded out. Oleg Inoyetepu came on in relief, trying to get a final out without giving up a run here in the 6th inning.
One ball.
Ball 1.
It's been a good paced game, throwing a lot of strikes around the plate.
Atkinson 3 for 6 now in this Little League World Series. He right now is the leading hitter for this team from Surrey, British Columbia. 2-1 lead for Canada. It's a little nerve-wracking. The final inning of regulation for Justin's mom, Kim's mom, Kim the mom. Get that right sooner or later. And a 3-0 count. Son at the plate. Russia will have the middle of their order due up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. At the strike, 3-1. First game of the day, and a meaningful one for Canada and Russia, both hoping to keep their hopes alive with a victory in this game. Toward short, again the play at second base, and a big defensive inning for Victor Elkin, the shortstop. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on. Russia one more chance.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them,
We are Tigers.
we are Tigers.
Have you got what it takes to be a Tiger? Work hard, eat right with Kellogg's Frosted Flakes as part of a complete breakfast. And never stop earning your stripes.
Win the ultimate baseball family vacation and participate in a baseball clinic with an ESPN personality in an Orlando area theme park. Register now at ESPN.com keyword KFC. KFC, the official telecast sponsor of ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series.
New Mega M&Ms. You wouldn't want them any bigger.
ESPN College Game Day, Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. ESPN2's coverage of the 2005 Little League World Series is presented by Kellogg's Frosted Flakes cereal. Never stop earning your stripes. And in part by RE/MAX. RE/MAX is the official real estate partner of Little League Baseball. And KFC, the official telecast sponsor of ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series.
Bottom half of the 6th inning coming up. Russia's ever won only 1 game here at the Little League World Series. This is their 4th appearance. They've got a chance to win this game if they can get a couple of runs here. This is the last half inning of regulation play. The Russian coach.
Они вам помогут в отбивании. Помимо всего того, что вы умеете, вам еще и очечки помогут. Я их одеваю и все вижу. Поэтому слушайте внимательно. Понимаете? Давайте, ваша последняя атака. Хорошая атака. Можете еще продолжить и остаться здесь, играть. Так мы останемся, будем на игры ходить, будем общаться с другими.
We came here not as tourists, saying to the kids we came here to play. We've got to be more aggressive at the plate. We want to continue in this tournament, which will be the next round, the single elimination round. So here's their chance.
They need 1 to tie and 2 to win. They get 1, they may as well get 2.
Alexander Kulyakov, who started as a pitcher today, shows bunt, takes it outside for a ball. He is singled and has an RBI. His RBI single in the 1st inning, bringing Kulik home, has accounted for the only run for Moscow in this game. Canada got their 2 runs in the 1st inning on errors. He's taking until he gets a strike, and he has it. Kudyakov at 1-1. Team that loses this knows it is not going to move on.
Let's go.
Again outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
How about the job Dunbar has done in the now? Incredible.
Yeah, 1 walk and 7 strikeouts in this game. 4 singles off him by Russia.
1-2.
2 ball, 2 strike count. Up to the front of that screen and watching. There's 1 big out. 8 strikeouts. Dunbar. Kudyakov retired. Our coverage on ESPN today, this afternoon at 1. Saudi Arabia takes on Venezuela. That'll be at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Owensboro, Kentucky, and Westbrook, Maine will be coming up at 3. Both of those games on ESPN and in HD. 1 down, 6th inning. Inoue Tafu had come on in relief doing the pitching, batting with 1 away. He's been hit by a pitch and has struck out.
Trying to do anything to work the count. You've seen both hitters now take that first pitch, squaring around, trying to read the pitch and maybe distract the pitcher and get a ball.
2-1.
Dunbar trying to finish it off here for Canada. The 3rd starter that they have used in their games. Fisher got the win. The 2-hit shutout. Jeff Degano took a loss in the game that he pitched against Guam. And now Dunbar with a chance to give his team their 2nd win here. 2-2 delivery. Mayatov swings and misses, and there are 2 down. 9 strikeouts.
Well, the key to me has been the 1 walk. I mean, he's made them put the ball in play, and then you got 83 pitches, so the game has moved off quick. So the kid's been around the plate. It's been, considering there's 3 errors made by the Russian team, it's still been pretty sharply played game.
Really well played game. Russia now down to its final out, trailing here by a score of 2-1. That pitch is taken for a strike. Mayatov at Dmitry Savin, rather, is up at the plate. Outside corner strike. His first plate appearance. Tough situation, trying to keep the game alive while Dunbar tries to finish it off.
1-2.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Savin is gone, and Canada wins it by a score of 2-1. Dunbar strikes out the side in the 6th inning. Dunbar 6 innings, 4 hits. Retired the last 10 batters that he faced in the game. The only run Russia got came in the 1st. The teams will line up to congratulate one another. So Canada's hopes of moving on stay alive. We'll talk about how so when we come back, as Canada has won this one over Russia 2-1. Russia 0-3 this year. Canada now 2-1.